And hello guys, and welcome to first stream of the year in 2021. We have a tournament going on because apparently I got nothing better to do at this time of the year. And we're streaming Mighty's tournament, which has been going on for a little bit by now. So it's nothing fresh, but this is basically how it looks like. We are in our round 3 and 4, going for the semis. And yeah. I'm actually not sure who are those in the team names. You can vote here if you want to. You can put the link in the chat, or maybe one of the moderators can. But yeah, that's basically, these are the schedules for those who are interested. It's not too much for me though, so let's go back to Blitz. The delay is 3 minutes, I think. That's what it should be. We should be all good to go, hopefully. It's best of 7. So it's Canal twice, Rockfield, Fort Spain, and Maine as a tiebreaker. So it means switching spawns, which is not often the case in tournaments, but in this one it is. And yeah, it's tier 10. Rewards are his RBM tanks, I think, that he got for doing the raiding battle shit, the usual stuff. And yeah, what we're going to be following today. It's round 3 and 4. I don't know yet if I will be doing the other ones. Who knows? See about that one once we get there. That's all there is to it. That part. Start in 3 minutes. Just gonna wish them good luck and see how it goes. We have GC and Ripper. We're mainly gonna follow. Oh well, if they win, follow them. If this team wins, we follow them. Yeah, looking forward to it. 2v2 is interesting because it not really only depends on DPM or having mobility, but also a lot on like, do you have the focus fire alpha damage? Because 2v2 it's most important to get the first kill, because if you have the first kill, you have an instant huge advantage, and by that having high alpha helps killing a tank quicker. So you know, this really helps a lot when it comes to killing and especially winning quick. Yeah, I hope you guys are gonna be enjoying it. I will be showing tournament or replays in between the tournaments, again from our community. They're shared on the Discord server, so hope you guys are gonna enjoy. That's all there's to it, really. I think both teams are more or less ready now. Start in a moment. Seems they both won. Of this Mir, so more or less known clan. They did pretty good in the last season of tournaments. And GC, of course, a tryhard, as we all know and not love him. And Ripper, of course, from EP. Could be some known players as well here. We like start in a couple of seconds here, because it should start it. Clock, and that's what we're going to be getting into. We're a bit rusty when it comes to commentating, so Let's see how bad I'm gonna be today. Let's do that. Should be starting now. Any second. And now first. In terms of lineups. We have a Vickers and an E5. An E5 and IS4. Both, I think, pretty solid lineups. In the sense of being good at a lot of things in a lot of different situations. So let's see how both of these teams are going to use it. Of course, Ripper and GC here with big mobility advantage, but undergunned when it comes to hit points. So we'll see about how that's going to turn out here. Canal, a map where cap points are king, and this is supremacy. So we will see Ripper here going for B, whilst we have Ronin and Nova here. I'll probably just not even try to go for the cap, but just straight up stop him from getting the cap himself. Ronin here missing. And GC did get a shot here from Nova. Bit of a misplay there in his driving. And Ripper now encountering Ronin here. They're trying to focus on GC, which is a smart idea, because he is going to be the crossfire here. And their focus is split up, at least for the red team here. They have gotten themselves quite a good chunk of HP back. GC here has to be careful. Took a shot, but does put one back for 240. Definitely a help there with the reactive armor. And Ripper here needs to drop down if he doesn't want to die instantly. He can still take 2 shots and survive. Same for GC here. So a good chunk of hit point sharing. But the focus fire so far for Mir is better, and a nice shot there into Ripper's turret. Takes another one here from the E5. I think the blue team here has a really big advantage. Ripper is gonna die here to Nova, leaving just GC, who I don't think is really gonna have a chance. Not against 2 people. Especially against people that are pretty good. I mean, it's round 3 and 4 now. They know what they're doing. They by now shouldn't have gotten through by just pure luck. So let's see if GC can somewhat clutch this here, because if he gets Nova, there's a possibility. He's a 2-shot here. And the Vickers has great view range and camera. Get spotted out there. It's an amazing shot into Nova's side here. It's down to a 1-shot, and Ronin here, the one who needs to go forward. Whilst GC, don't think he really wants to cap this, but it's gonna definitely benefit him. If he can secure this, get some cap points. Because it seems that Nova is gonna more or less screw off here. He could even think about going towards D and have Ronin back him up here. Or potentially just covering D and defending C as well. Nice cross shot though from GC, getting a bit more damage in. And as said, he can still trade here if he can, if he wants to. He has more DPM than either of the 2 tanks. But getting the E5 out would be a huge advantage in mobility and especially DPM, which is something the IS4 does not have, as it has a really long reload speed for his 420 alpha. And it's not even that hard to penetrate. Did get spotted. Can you take a shot here? See, bounces on the IS4 turret. Not able to reset. Should have probably fired HE here. Make sure to do some damage. Of course, heat was generally the better choice, but if you want to just reset the cap, HE would have been better because he had to stay there and risk taking another shot, or just give up on the cap entirely. Which he didn't end up doing. And the issue now is with leaving Nova alone for so long. He's gonna have his reactive back. If he gets that in, GC won't be able to one-shot him, which is going to be a big issue here. And he is capping D now. Ronan is spotted, so he knows where both of them are. Meaning he could risk it and 1v1 the IS-4 here. Ah, that shot was vital. Both of them missed theirs. Nova is gonna back him up here, and Ronan is side-scraping. GC bounces another one here, and is now in a 1v2 cap situation. Great shot from the IS-4. Nova here misses. He needs to use this building for the best he can, but it seems that it's not gonna be enough. Ronan here should more or less have him secured here, especially with Nova in the back. And that's it for GC. Pretty nice attempt. I think the focus fire on Team Mir here was definitely far superior, especially getting Ripper out very early, leaving them with a good chunk of HP. Vicus needs to Tufu first. Of course, he needs to penetrate as well, which is another story that you need to talk about, of course. And on range, that's not easy. We're gonna see a lineup change, you know, as we see spawns being swapped. We have double E5 now on Team A, and Mir is sticking with their E5 ISO. Both solid lineups, for sure, not bad. But they're not good at A. It's just they are solid and well-rounded, but they don't specialize in any particular part, other than maybe the E5s with having really good mobility combined with decent amount of armor. But that's about it. They have weak sides. They can't outspot anything. They don't have the camo, nor do they have the greatest of guns. So yeah. Let's just see if double E5 can hold up against an E5 in combination of an IS-4 here. As we swap the spawns, both teams going for the north here again. Ignoring the southwest entirely. Nova here did get spotted, and GC here as well. It's basically just a carbon copy of what happened last game, though Nova is way more aggressive here than GC was last game, though his spawn was vastly different. Ronan here is gonna get B. It seems that Mir always wants to have some cap pressure at least. And early caps are not bad. See, he definitely needed to make sure to connect that one. Otherwise this would have been a terrible trade. Especially since they are down on default by hit points, since the IS-4 has more. And the armor being more troll as well does not mean that you can just easily go fight it in a 1v1 regardless how good you are. Now both sides have been spotted entirely. Just hovering around the B cap here. Ripper needs to be very careful not getting cross-shotted from Nova here, and that's exactly what he's looking for. But he can't also go back too far, because that leaves space to just push onto Ronan. Can't defend himself all too well, because of the lack of DPM that we talked about last game. Meaning Ripper, and especially GC here, need to probably relocate. What they could potentially do here is send GC backwards towards the D camp and have Ripper slide into C, which would leave them unspotted, but it is time to push, is what Ripper is telling himself, and he's gonna straight up use his reactive armor here. Push onto Ronan here in the IS-4, and he's gonna get focused, but so is Ronan here. GC is gonna body block here, which is definitely a good choice. Doesn't really work out for him. Ripper there missing is gonna be vital, as that leaves Ronan in a 50-50 to be one-shotted or not, and Reaper needs to connect this. Does, but low rolls. Or doesn't roll high enough. And now it's a 1v1 here between two E5s. And Nova has the HP advantage. He has reactive arm as well, which GC does not seem to be using, as he had the speed boost plus adrenaline. So it's all about bouncing the opponent and penning yourself. And of course both of them will be using heat here to make sure absolutely do damage for certain. As you can see, GC here very patiently, he's blocking with the gun. Messed up his own shot though, not able to penetrate Cupola as it seems of the E5 there with heat. Just rather awkward. But in about 30 seconds, or even less, he should get his adrenaline back. If he can pen another one here, it's gonna be very good for him, because yeah, on somewhat even terms here, Nova has him on the reload. But keeps bouncing, and the upper plate of the E5 is super trollish. And GC here preferring to shoot the turret, which is somewhat easy, and GC here just gun blocking every single shot. There's the adrenaline, and Nova outskilled, outsmarted, and just outplayed. Really well played by GC here. He's gonna use the speed boost to get an easier shot in, and clears it with an AP into the side. And that is just absolutely wonderful gameplay of E5 on E5 action, gun block, especially since you don't want your cheeks to be penned. They are super weak against heat, as you saw. GC took big advantage of that. Nova there struggling a lot, and you didn't quite see it, but GC was more or less hull wiggling, making the upper plate as well, which should be an easy pen, also hard to hit. And when there's a gun in between as well, it's really difficult, and that was absolutely perfect display on how to use an E5 there. Really well done. And that gives them the 1-on-1, and I think that's a big confidence boost here for Team A. Against the double E5 now on the other side, Team B here, Nova and Ronin deciding to either try that or just planned to go with it regardless. But we have another switch here, Ripper staying in the E5 as before, and Ripper here with the more mobile tank, the STB1 on Rockfield. With a lot of hold-on spots, definitely a possibility to work here. And with that extra DPM, that's gonna work out, but he's losing like 700 hit points, which is 2 shots that he needs to make worth here. So definitely have to look out for that, especially. And let's just see what we can get out of these games here. You can see about 600 HP difference here, with GC only packing about 2000, whilst double E5 is gonna have a bit more. But both teams are going up towards A, because we don't know if this map has been played before in the tournament, and if so, how both of these teams have played. They could have seen other streams, of course, so we are going off pure first viewing here, and all 4 tanks have been spotted. A bit of a split here from the red team, with GC in a really nice spot, but the STB1 turret not as good as you'd think, with a big Cupolas on top and a gun mantle that is not as hard to pen. Going in here now, approaching the A cap, is gonna take it pretty much uncontested. But here not gonna risk anything, and that's what we've talked about. A little bit of cap pressure, definitely nice, and getting that as early as possible will help even more so. And now, technically all they need to do is wait. They don't need to push here. If they just wait it out, they're gonna win on points, because that's how supremacy works. Damage is not a factor. Both of them could be a one-shot at the end of the game. If they don't die, they win. Get that amazing shot right into the Cupola here from GC. He has been waiting for this. Really good snapshot. And now just trying to whittle down HP. We're probably gonna see some HE here, potentially as well, from some of the E5s here. Because even if you just do like 50 to 100, or maybe even 150, which can certainly happen, it's gonna start counting up for sure, because you're gonna start doing module damage, and if you hit a couple of HEs, it's basically worth an AP. It takes longer, but it's a safer way to do damage, because AP is not always gonna do damage. So HE doesn't either. But you want to make sure that you do damage wherever you can. And you see here, need to be very careful with peeking. If I were him, I would probably try to relocate back here. Possibly even behind this bush right here. Or just, in general, try to find another angle here. And that's exactly what he's doing. He is unspotted now, so he's gonna relocate. And he's gonna go around, go probably here, maybe even further behind. Ripper's gonna keep showing presence, of course. And they know that the SDB is behind that thing, or that's the last thing they did know. Meaning they're not always gonna check, because he could just be unspotted. But that leaves GC here with a nice quick shot into Ronan, who's now pinned down. It has to fall back, but it seems that that doesn't really bother Mir all too much. They're just gonna push straight onto GC here, Nova going first. With the reactive armor, nice track shot here from the SDB. He doesn't have a repair kit anymore because he's using 2 consumables plus 1, which he already used before. And now with the extra DPM of the SDB here and some nice focus fire, he should be able to win this fight here. But that bounce was crucial, leaving Ripper here in a 2v1. But he's pretty good in terms of hit points. He's... Oh. That just changed everything here. That really crucial shot on Nova did bounce, and he gets another double tap. Bounces again. And this should be the game for Mir here. A couple of bounces can certainly lose you the game, and that's exactly what happened here. GC bouncing his shot, and then Ripper following soon after. Didn't work out for them, and that ram that the E5 did, the other one, which was Ronin, onto the SDB, definitely added to the damage total. So, good job from them here. Definitely that aggression worked out. And that leaves Team A here now under pressure, because if they lose one more, it means match point for the other team, as it's a best of 7 here. You need 4 victories to win a reign. And especially having the enemy win 2 games in a row is gonna hit your mentality quite a bit. So let's hope that that is not gonna happen in this matchup, as both of these teams are very skilled. It does seem though, as the both teams here have swapped back to their Canal lineups, double E5 versus E5 IS4. And we're gonna have them both go again towards A. It seems to be the most consistent here, and especially for a 2v2 fight. It's really the only way to go, because on C there's a lot of mistakes you can make. Whilst on A it's more or less just personal player skill here when peeking, shooting at weak spots, and of course penetrating as well. Which cost them the last game. Not saying that either of them are bad players, of course, it's just that it wasn't good enough to win them. And Ronan here, very far forward, is gonna stop that A cap. He's completely stopping every advance that the red team can make here with Nova. Takes a shot here from Ripper, straight into the turret with heat. Onto that roof, he can pretty easily penetrate, as it is very grey when aiming at it. But Ronan is gonna neglect the cap here. GC will cap successfully, and we're gonna have a mini 1v1 here. Ronan and Ripper. But it doesn't seem like they really want to. Ronan here is gonna again stop the cap, but they already got a couple of points here, and that is good enough for the start. And that, as I said at the start, as long as you just stay alive until the end, you're gonna win, even if it's just a measly 50 points. Now of course if they go over 100, that means it takes more than even just a kill as well. And Ronin here, way too aggressive, peeks out. Only takes 2 shots here instead of the 3 that he could have possibly taken. And Ripper doesn't really get punished for it properly, he only takes 1 shot. And a good amount of focus fire here on the red team gives them 1000 HP advantage here, and they're gonna turn around to focus the IS-4. I think it's not the correct choice here, as the E5 definitely more DPM. Arguably harder to pen. But with the IS-4 being between the two, it's definitely not a bad choice indeed. Ripper here needs to make sure to bounce it, and he does. Ronin here not able to clear the kill. He also has his gun damaged, meaning that he couldn't efficiently put that one in. GC low rolling here for 340. He did fire AP, so you cannot hold that against him here, but it's a 1v2 again. And he does not have a repair kit. He tried to splash from the E5 onto the IS-4. That is a brilliant idea. Didn't work out properly. Took 1 more from Nova, and can he put that one in? Can. And out again. GC versus Nova here. But Nova is showing the side to GC here. He also ran out of his reactive armor. And GC, even if he doesn't have the reload on him, he has more hit points to at least win this duel here, if both of them were to be on equal terms with their hitting ratio. But GC here bouncing that one. Really crucial. He is in 1-shot territory here for Nova. But he does end up bouncing. And now GC here, can he win another 1v1 in the E5 duel? Big mistake there, falling back. E5 was within adrenaline rush radius here, having low enough hit points. Probably underestimating, and Nova here had the chance to shoot AP into the side, which is more or less a 100% secure way to win this match. And GC probably hoping for heat here. A bit too greedy, a bit too early. That's a tough position to be in now. It's match point against them. Nova and Ronin here only need 1 more game for themselves to win. They took complete Rockfield here, meaning that they need to win twice on Fort Despair to tie, and then win Mayan Runes as well. And that does put some pressure on you if you have to win all of the games now after just having lost 2 in a row. Which definitely could have been theirs. The first on Rockfield being lost to a couple of bounces, and probably that really good round from Mir winning it. And in the second one, a bit of greediness from GC there. Probably losing the game. I don't want to take it away from Mir, of course, here, who are also doing a great job with their focus fire. They have a nice bit of aggression, which you don't often see, especially in these 1v1, 2v2s. Because if you're too aggressive, it can really bite you. But that's all up to everyone else now, and their decisions in the game. As we go to the possible last game here, Miller on match point, 3-1 in this best of 7. Again, double E5 versus E5 IS-4. This time on Fort Despair here. We're probably gonna see a B fight. GC and Ripper here both using the speed boost to get ahead of time. We don't see a speed boost for Nova here. He might be either saving it or just not using it yet. But both of them are making their way to the middle here. GC will get there first though. Might get an early spot. Ripper and Ronin spotting each other. GC still undetected. And so is Nova. See here is gonna risk peeking over. Ronin did just fire. Nova didn't have the angle, so a risk worth taking. Especially as it puts them more or less equal now in terms of the hit points. As it was just the Heat doing 300 here. GC quick to pick up on Nova. Probably heard or saw the blind shot. Ronin and Ripper here both also very good in terms of reacting to go together. They need to focus probably on the IS-4 here. Again, he doesn't have that reactive armor. And they can hope for a good amount of module damage against that E5 since he just used this repair kit. He also only has one, so he's gonna be incapacitated for at least 70 seconds if something is getting hit. And a good body block there from Ripper just inside of Nova here. You see, gonna be taking out Ronin here. And that leaves just Nova. And in a lot of trouble, Ripper here is gonna absolutely deny him of doing any more damage to GC. Nice ram there as well, stopping him from even hitting that shot in the first place. And he's gonna keep on ramming with that speed boost. Nova here bouncing on GC now in this game. It's pretty much over at this point. GC and Ripper here with a very good display of focus fire. And as I said before, this aggressiveness this time did bite them. And we see Team A here in a comeback situation, winning the first out of 3 they have to win in order to secure themselves to go further in this event into round number 4. This is a really nice matchup. I think I got pretty fortunate with the teams that I am able to commentate on here. Ripper and JC, both of course highly skilled, and Mir, a clan that has definitely experience in tournaments, as we can see right here, and their players of course personal skill also not half decent, not half bad, sorry. It seems they are a bit frustrated though with the IS-4, as Ronin now is again switching from an IS-4 to an E5 here in our last match on Full Despair. We might see another change here from Nova, unless it's just an equipment change here. Could possibly be the case, as you sometimes want to do that. You don't want like both repair, reactive and speed. Sometimes you only want one of the two and take 2 repair kits, or like you want to put adrenaline in, like Ripper and GC have been doing. They have been using adrenaline more than they have reactive here. And now with a double E5 on double E5 action, let's see how it's going to be turning out. It points exactly the same, as we have both teams running times 1 extra HP and 1 extra armor here. And we're gonna see a C-cap here this time from the red team. Gonna get early cap pressure, whilst we see Nova here taking A very late, but it's a really out of the way cap to get. So it's good getting it, even if it's just to balance out the pressure, and Ronin is gonna go straight into B. You should have probably been here way earlier than that, because that does at least give some intel that these two have been split for at least a certain amount of time. They are relocating back, expecting to get pushed on from the side. But what they don't know is that they actually just fell back. Ripper here should be getting a really good shot into Ronin, and he does. And GC as well, a really good idea here to fall back into the spawn, getting them caught off guard here in Ronin. Losing those 800 might be very crucial to this game here, and especially the decision to fall back and not continue pushing one flank. Definitely good. We're gonna see some blind shots here, as they pretty much know they're here. I don't think either of the 2 E5s did get spotted, but of course it should be obvious that even if your enemy doesn't get spotted, that means that you can limit the areas in which he is in. And Ronin of course knew where he got shot from, meaning that he definitely did know. Oh, unfortunate shot here from GC, did not penetrate, but Ripper got an additional one into Ronin. He must be fuming at this point, losing half of his HP already to an position he got caught off in, which definitely wasn't their plan here. Had to use a speed boost to get out of that situation, and Nova now here being spotted as well. Oh, great shot there from GC onto the turret of that E5. We now have Ripper here. Closing the distance is a bit risky here, but I think he needs to make this play. Especially since the enemy are getting really high on the cap points here now, reaching 800. Getting close to 900. We see a counter push here. From Team A, Ripper probably a bit too early here. GC not there yet. And Ripper gonna be the one to get targeted here. Nova now using his reactive armor. Ronin as well, but he's out of the fight. He's more or less wasting it at this point. Ripper here showing his butt to the enemy is gonna get HE. But GC here very smart. He is taking this A cap. But it's over. They did get the kill before GC could secure it. And that means that it is over for Ripper and GC here. Out of this tournament against Nova and Ronin. Very well played here. Bit of a misplay there from Ripper to go overly aggressive. I don't think that should have happened. They should have definitely been a lot more careful than that. Because they didn't know where Ronin was. They only knew the location of one, and Ripper should have known that he was getting himself into a potential focus site here. And especially with the E5s where you can get HE'd in the bank. I think that misplay was too big to really handle here. And well, Ripper and GC here are now out of that tournament. A bit unfortunate for them, of course. I know both of them really well, so kind of want to root for those that you know. But Mir here, really well played, showing some great gameplay. And with that, we're just gonna be waiting on the next game to start, which should be in about 30 minutes. Which means that there will be time for some replays here. But I first want to... Yep, it does seem, and the next... Sorry. Let me get some replays. Guys out. First one is actually from GC. Throw it on and then... I'm gonna be right back with you in about 2 minutes.
Let's show them who we are. is fixed, but it's still fragile. Another one like that will take him down. Penetration. That one didn't go through. Penetration. That's a full penetration. That was a ricochet.
Alright, Me's back. Road is dying, so
Enemy vehicle eliminated.
I'm not gonna talk too much in the replays because I feel death inside of me. But yeah, GG of course to Mir as well, which I did already say in over. You're just a kid. And let me just turn auto mute off again because I have that on for whatever dumb, really dumb reason. Oh yeah. Start the next day, I guess. Alright, use of time with a Leo. Yeah, I think the last matchup was really well with GC and Ripper versus Ronin and Nova. I think in terms of skill that matched really well. I think there's just a lot of probably not coordination necessarily, but just misplays in terms of some crucial shots being missed or just not penetrated, which of course you can somewhat blame on RNG. But I think the better you are, the more you can avoid it to at least the best extent possible. And just some decisions weren't really that well made. Like the push from Ripper, which I'm pretty sure he knows, so I'm not gonna dwell on it too much. But I think that lost them that last game. Because the start was really well done. Calling or getting Ronin caught out early, losing those 1200 was really good. That extra shot onto Nova's turret from DC. I think instead of going for C, I could have probably gone for B. Like Ripper taking B, GC going where he was, getting behind Nova. I think that would have been the best choice, because Ronin is locked where he is. He couldn't have crossed because he would have gotten shot from Ripper if he wasn't B. And Nova couldn't like just push on GC because he had less hit points, so I think the best decision tactically would have been that. But that didn't happen. No, GG of course to both teams. But I just wanted to throw that out. So I'm aware. They probably know what they could have done better. They know what they did wrong. It's just, you know, maybe if someone points it out again, it gets into your head better. Especially makes you remember it more than just yourself being like, oh, I did that bad, I did this bad, this I can work on. If someone else mentions it as well, it gives you like a second view. Even if it's something you know, you're gonna remember it better. So yeah, that's why I did that. By the way, I hate mines in tier 10. Just wanted to throw that out there. Mines tier 10 is garbage. But yeah, Yusuf is making at least the best use of his tank that he can.
Penetration.
How's that not a track? Might have just missed the track wheel here.
We damaged them.
Getting the shots out though. Probably should relocate at this point though. With that E6 there, he should drop down. Or at least behind the road. Oh, nice. Was out. Was good pick up by the Jaeger. Just have a waffle on the island. So let's see if that's going to be of any use. There's one TD currently on spawn. Who's that in the middle? It's a 268. Death Star's in the spawn still. Some very wild driving here from Yusuf. But really good fire there on that Death Star. Just unfortunate that he missed that one shot. Oh, there's E6 behind him.
Penetration.
What is that RNG, Yusuf? Where did you buy it? 2 fires? Another one?
Like that will take him down.
Yusuf, where did you get that?
Enemy vehicle.
That's better than my RNG, and people blame me for having YouTube RNG. Yusuf, what did you do? Are you working in Wargaming's art department now? Oh my god.
Enemy tank neutralized.
What is that game? Yusuf, explain to me. If you set that mouse on fire, I'm gonna just go absolutely mad, dude.
Penetrate their armor.
Talk about your RNG? Yes, you did. You said Jesus was with you. My god, dude. Yeah. Don't peek like that. Don't do that. Don't do that. Why is he in the water? Why is the waffle in the water? What is he doing over there? That is not a place to be. Be or not to be. Can take a shot here. He's peeked way too far there. Game is. I was about. Can I just mention that I heard these brick walls being destroyed? I actually heard that. Because the thing is, the mouse is standing still. There's some brick walls here, but he's not close to them. Yusuf is not doing anything. Like, he was focused here, and I heard brick walls destroyed. So I was like, shit, the Death Star's coming. I don't think Yusuf realized. Where did he bounce that? Yusuf, you are a god. What the hell, dude?
Another one like that will take him down. We lost the track.
Yusuf! What is this?
Nice job.
Yusuf!
That one didn't go through.
This game. This game. Yusuf, we need to talk. I don't think he's here. He was, but... we need to talk about this. The fuck, dude? You bounced the 268 that shot on your ass with the tank. You bounced a Death Star with your ass, not even with the tracks. The mouse didn't HE pen you. You said you made 3 fires into one tank and to 2 tanks. What the fuck, Yusuf? What the fuck is that? I want to show that moment again where the brick balls are destroyed. Alright, he bounced that one. That was absolute bullshit already. Alright, now focus just on the sound. I'm gonna pause once I hear the brick wall. Something here. There. You see that shit? Do you see that? I heard this being destroyed. This is insane. What the fuck? Like, seriously? You see that part missing there? That's what the wall that got destroyed, the part of it? Oh my god. I want to see that bounce again. Where the fuck did he bounce? Full on side of a leopard. Death Star. How did you do that? Oh Lord in heaven. What the fuck? Yusuf? We need to talk about this. What? He hit like he. What the f? I think he must have hit the smallest of out of bounds angles there. Jesus. Fucking Christ, Yusuf. What the hell? Man, that is a good way to end 2020, isn't it? Fuck. Jesus Christ, dude. What was that? Hell. Alright, let's show another Yusuf game. Because apparently he has more. Jesus fucking Christ. Yusuf, that is illegal, man. That is absolutely illegal. 3 fires, 2 tit entities bounced. And I heard brick walls of an unspotted tank. Destroyed.
Alright, let's move.
I see already someone who wants to buy it. Interesting offer there, Senko. But Senko, if you already want to have someone else's RNG, that means you feel insecure about your own skill. Oh! Shots fired.
Enemy is hit.
Oh,
Another
man.
one like that will take him down.
Also, can we mention how the mouse only did 300 running? What the fuck was that? But yeah, my lord, Yusuf. My lord. That is like Jesus rebirth right there, that replay. What was that? Also, how laggy was that replay? Those mouse shots are super delayed. What was that?
Penetration.
Is it just me or is the damage delayed going up? Oh boy. Come on now, really? What is going on in your... What the fuck was that? Can you just focus on one thing, Yusuf? Come on. Oh, HE? Come on, HE. Come on, dude. Ah, boring. You could have HE'd that one. Hey. Now the Panzerfahrer got the ram kill. On the Russian one. Oh. Oh, come on.
Penetrate their armor.
Why would you try to pen the upper plate of a mouse with AP? This is not a Death Star you're playing. Who can do that? I don't think a Yak can. Or any other TD. But the Death Star. Well, I'm forgetting the whole E, but the premium shell is just bullshit. That one.
The driver is injured.
Yusuf, what are your games?
Enemy vehicle neutralized.
I call paid actors at this point. Come on, Yusuf. That is not right. That is not. Wait, no, that could be a normal Blitz game actually. Thinking about it. Oh god. That E50 is a free shot, and you're a one shot. How do? I don't even want to know. Ah, I knew it. If only we had fall damage in this game. I guess that's why they're not bringing new physics in, because that would get rid of gravity instantly. With all of the fall damage.
This vehicle has had it.
Well, Yusuf, it seems your RNG ran out at that time. But Jesus Lord. I think we can throw in one more game. It's a Hellcat one, so I'm definitely gonna show it. Screw all of you, think otherwise, I will.
Time to roll out.
Just gonna ask Mighty to know who is playing against. Mirror team next.
Another one like that will take him down.
Well, if it isn't mines. Oh yeah.
Enemy is hit.
That moment when a panther is on the hill. Against a poor little tier 6 guy. Oh wow, that AT-15 is in a really good position.
We didn't penetrate their armor. Penetration.
So I know who the next enemy is. AD and Menos Grande. Probably players who rename themselves, because I got no fucking clue who they are. No offense to the players. You know, it's just that's how it be. Also, hi Vlad. I hope you know your mistake.
We damaged them.
And that you learn from it. Nope.
Enemy tank neutralized.
That was a 0-4. How is he gonna win? With good RNG again? Well, 2-4 now. 3-4. What is the enemy team doing? They have a full AT-15A. A full tier 6 WZ. And an Annihilator who's nearly full. What are they doing? Oh my.
We damaged them.
Oh my.
Enemy armor is damaged.
Just getting farmed, dude. Come on. Don't hit you. Don't. Thank you. Smart choice, user. Would have been risky to shoot HE there. Alright. There comes the next one.
Not even a scratch.
What? He missed all 3 shots. All of them.
That's a full penetration.
He missed all 3 of them.
Enemy armor
What is
damaged.
this? He has good RNG. He has paid actors on the enemy team. Okay. He just killed him during the intro clip. That is insane. What the hell? You could have died there if it was a split second later. What are these games, Yusuf? What queue are you in? Is it a special queue for you? What the hell, man? What is that bullshit? Sorry, but what are these games? No hate on you, Yusuf, but what the fuck?
Enemy is hit.
Like, literally.
We damaged him.
Oh, no AP left. Good job. 3k damage already. But yeah, why would we buff ammo capacity? By the way, Vlad, since you're in the chat, can you tell me why you pushed in the last game? Because you could have just played over B. Because you didn't know where the last one was. So, you know, I just would like to know. No hate or anything, I just wanted to know what the idea was behind it, because you didn't know where the last one was. Well, one of the two. You only know their hit points and where they roughly might have. What the hell was that?
Rethink our strategy.
Where they roughly would have been. But, you know. Gonna lose this, isn't he? Oh, never mind. Never mind. Maybe he doesn't. Maybe he actually doesn't. And we got an ace here. Don't use it. Good job farming on mines. Well done. Good luck. We have our maps. It is a... Yeah, map missing. Why is it now one map less? Never mind, I'm blind. I didn't see the canal. Oh, I'm an idiot. Alright, so we have Rockfield, Canal, Dynasty, and Megan. Tiebreak. So that's pretty much a similar lineup to what we had last game. Just no full despair. Canal and Rockfield we saw Nova and Ronan play on. We now have Shady. And Menos. We're just waiting for Ronan at this point. Or when does it say? Let me just make sure that I'm not talking bullshit. I know where the times are. Can I get to see that? I think I'm in. Oh no, it should start now, right? Ronan kinda dead. Oh well. Just waiting for Ronan. How long do they have? Because I actually don't know. Like some people do 2 minutes, some do instantly. It's just something that is not inside my knowledge. No, it doesn't specify. Last one was 10 minutes. Okay, I guess. I hope they're coming. 850, we started capping it. I mean, Vlad, the thing is, he could have gone into B. GC could have done what he did, which was going behind Nova. You didn't know where Ronan was, so basically showing your butt there was the biggest mistake. Going out there. You could have probably had even just GC go first as a bait. And see where Ronan is, and then, you know, win it via that. But I think that's... I mean, you can also just watch back the stream if you want to and hear my opinion on it fully. It's just my idea, you know, what could have worked. Of course, I didn't play it. I probably would have fucked up too. But, you know, it's my opinion. Alright, so... Ronan is here. Mighty, what are you doing? I want to shout at Mighty. Really a pleasure of mine to shout at him. He's on Discord, right? Stop being on Discord, Mighty. There we go. Alright, so we have our matchup. And our first lineup here? Double Kranwagen? What's that clan name? I don't know. Synergy. From Synergy was this Mira here. And let's see how that one goes. Interesting, double Kranwagen. As long as you single shot for the first couple, whittle down the opponents. Just wait. Pull back and then push in. You can clip one immediately. That is, I think, the strongest point about double Kranwagen in like these situations here. Is being able to, you know, you trade 1 or 2 shots at the start of the game, but you don't push, you just see what you can snag off. And once you've done that, you can push in and immediately, of course, if you don't fuck up any shot, if you pen both, well, all 6 in that sense, you can already instantly kill a tank. Really strong, but you fuck up, that's, well, bad for you, I guess. But Mira here has gotten B, a hard cap to get for sure. And they got it without taking anything for it. Minos now here in C. And Shady looking for Ronan and Nova. Bit of a side turret here, but the rock is giving him quite a bit of cover. I mean, they're really locked here now. What Mir could do is just, let's see if we can send Ronan up and then probably get A here, but Shady's gonna spot him any moment. And if he doesn't have a speed boost, he's gonna take at least a shot. Yep, there's one into him. And he's gonna take a second here probably while crossing. Oh no, he does get out for free, more or less. Gonna get into A, but that leaves Nova unprotected here. Needs to really draw himself out of there. Possibly go into that other ditch here, because Menos is already on the way. And so is Shady here. But synergy here is fast enough. They're gonna catch Nova while Ronin is still capping. But they might as well just ignore Nova here, though he will be spotted. Okay, there we go. Good shot here from Nova. Shady in the crown run, getting some HP back. But they are split, they don't know where Menos is, and Ronin here super aggressive. Oh, he did not expect that, but Menos misses the first. Here comes the reactive from Ronin. But here comes Shady as well. Ronin messing up his shot there, that's not the greatest thing to do. They need to brawl here and make Synergy miss. But Ronin here not really having the focus he wants to. I think they really want Menos. Because he's just one shot less HP, but I think that's a big misplay. Because they let him reload. They left Shady alone. I think that's the biggest mistake they made this game here, and Synergy's just gonna take this here. And they're just gonna take this one. Nova here. Don't really think can win this unless he makes an absolutely amazing god tier play. But Menos needs another 2 shots to die here, and he can just fall back, get another full clip, and then Nova is basically dead. Because he's gonna take one more from Shady here. Just puts one in as well. And yeah, that's basically game 1 here. Oh wait! Look at the cap points! Nova can actually win if he gets away in time. Oh, he gets tracked though. Oh. Oh. Ooh, 75! Oh my god. Oh, he wins this on points! Amazing. Good job. I actually did not realize. But Nova there, maybe it was even Ronin shouting at him. Whoever of you two noticed the points, amazing job, by the way. Oh, that was so good. Brilliant. Seems that Menos had a dead driver and engine. Well, that just happens, you know. That's why I like to play double repair kit. So that I have a multi-purpose for crew members and a normal repair kit for other stuff. But you know, that's just everything, everyday choice. But really, really good reaction here from Nova and Ronin. Not so much Ronin here. I think he really misplayed that game a lot. And Synergy maybe didn't realize with the points. I don't know. Or maybe overconfidence. I'm not too sure. But we're going into game number 2. And we have the IS-4 back here. And an E5. Versus again double Kranwagen. Man, I wish I saw the faces on Synergy. Of Synergy as they lost that game. I mean, just an amazing game. Noticing that, especially whilst you're 1v2ing, you're under stress already. Cause it's basically like, oh shit. They got first blood, so that basically always means you win. Unless the other person can clutch or you just did a really good job at picking up damage early. But my god, Nova, you have my respect for that. I'm gonna see a similar thing here, as they did against GC and Ripper. Getting A. Ronin there, pretty much just gonna sit there comfortably. Shouldn't get reset and gets the cap. Oh. You just shot the wall there, mate. What did the wall do to you, Ronin? It's protecting you. And we're gonna see that here. This is what I talked about in the GC Ripper and Mirror matchup here. Just HE flying around, especially against Kranwangs. If you can't pen them, why bother? Just shoot HE. You know? Like, there's no need to risk, especially peeking out for too long and trying to aim for the cupolas, which are stupidly hard to hit. Oh, Manos there. Big risk. He could have taken a shot there from Ronan if he peeked properly. But he didn't, so he got away in time. But it's now just, you know. The Kranwangs couldn't get a single shot in yet. They also are behind in caps. So as long as they don't start doing some damage here, I'm seeing a bad end for them. But let's see what those two can do. You never know. I mean, especially since I saw last game, I don't want to write it off just yet. Minos here just holding, and Shady is falling back. No Rentley, if you win on points, you win. Even if your team then dies, like no one is alive. Because you got the caps before the death. And that's what registers first, in Supremacy. So they won. But if you look at that, Synergy is doing what GC and Ripper did. One tank via B ramp, the other one waiting. But they don't have the DPM. And if they mess... Oh wow, my camera just flung away. But if they mess up, they're not going to be able to push properly. And they're messing up quite some shots here. I'm not messing up, but, you know, not penetrating into damage. And they've done a solid amount of damage here already with HE. JD even taking an AP here from Ronan. And so far it's looking really good for them. Minos here is now gonna advance towards the cap. Another HE here from Nova. Oh, Ronan takes. And trades here. JD misses another one. He's on his last. Needs to be careful about his DPM here. Nice track shot from Ronan. Over here, what are you peeking this way? This is not good. He's out of his repair kit, I'm pretty sure, unless he has a second. And Ronan here nearly peeked recklessly there. Nova is gonna come onto the side here. And the focus will be Shady here. Ooh, both of them bounce. The Kranwangs here are gonna go for another full clip. Or at least as much as they can get, and gonna go for Nova here. Who, fortunately enough, is using his reactive armor. But both Kranwangs are empty. Nova will die here. He needs to pen this shot. He really does. Make sure he does. Now it leaves Ronan in a 1v2 and Synergy here with a good comeback. I think the split from Nova here probably was very crucial. And as long as Minos gets at least this shot in, or this shell into his tank, puts this in, and then just reloads again, he should be able to just win this like that. Guess this is the way to go as well. Ronan needs 3 more shots. But I don't think he really will be able to. Minos is just gonna wait. He's being patient. Ronan can bounce 1 shot from Minos. It should be pretty good for him here. Minos is gonna go for all 3 of them. Nope, he just goes for 1. Oh, is he gonna pen this? Yes, he does. Hans aiming there, really winning him the game. But it was close. This one was really close. Good game here this time from the Kranwangs. Very, very risky though. I have to say, that was super risky. I could have easily won this if Mir played a little bit better there, I think. It's now tied 1-1 and we're gonna move to Canal. Alright, so I'm gonna see E5 I4 again from Mir. We might see a change here from Synergy. Kranwangs might not be the best choice for Canal. per se, but I mean, I'm always happy to be proven wrong. So let's just see what we'll end up with here. We see a 140 here from Shady and a Kranbang from Minos. So we go with a bit more mobility and DPM to basically cover the weaknesses of a Kranbang here. Interesting choice of a tank, sure. You would not really expect to see in a 140 or too much.
Let's take him out.
But let's see what they can do with it, yeah? Who knows? Did he definitely... Not gonna go for D here, there's no real point. He's looking to go towards A, but that's what Nova's already doing as well. And Mir here going with the same opening as they did last time. Ronin into B, Nova towards A. Minos is in C. And Nova is in A. And since Shady shot now, Nova knows. But what they also know is that Ronin is alone. Oh, Nova, can you get that shot in? Can you get that shot in? Oh, he missed him. Unfortunate shot there from him onto that 140, and Ronin here needs to fall back. I'm not sure if Shady might go for a decap here, because they are now down a cap, and the starting cap was also taken quicker by Ronin, so we'll see what they're gonna end up doing here. We're gonna have Nova in the back here to just give Ronin the fire support, but also have them bait push him. Try to stay unspotted here, of course, you know, shoot if needed. But yeah, we're gonna see the cap onto D here from Shady. And it's looking like they want to relocate towards the other side here. At least that's what Minos is doing. But they are nearly don't think they're quite a full tank behind yet. So if they get a kill early, they should be able to win. But the thing is, they need to pull that off first. And a small interrupt on a cap won't do you. Not in this situation. Ronin here can more or less chill. Because Nova can reset this cap easier. Ronin just needs to be there. Nova here is going quite out of his way. Shady. I don't know the view range of most of these tanks, because usually it's pretty similar. But he might get spotted here by Ronin, in fact. Just peek. Nope, Ronin just slipping by, going back to B. But Minos here actually gonna push forward. They don't know where Nova is. Ronin here did get spotted on what I'm assuming to be the 140 over there. Peeks a bit further, he finds Minos. But so far that hasn't happened. They are not aware of where Minos is, but they know they are in front of them. Which is at least some information, because where else would Ronin be able to get spotted from? Not from behind him. So they've definitely relocated, and even Nova is open now. AD spotted. Oh. If only they knew where Minos was, they could push him here. If Minos was spotted, Nova could have easily pushed down with Ronin onto the Kranwagen. But it's a bit too late for that, and he needs to defend A here. He needs to fight this 140. Even if that's not the best choice for him, he's out of his repair kit now. Because he's using speed and reactive. Shady also has more DPM, and he tracked the E5 again. This is gonna be pretty important here, this fight. And he tracks the E5 yet again. And he's gonna go and sit in A here. Probably hoping to overcap. He's gonna kill Nova as well. There's no way Nova will survive here. He's tracked again. He's gonna keep getting tracked here. Shady knows about the shot through the track wheel. Gets killed. And they should be really winning this now, just by points instead. He's gonna sit in A to make absolutely sure. And a big misplay here, or not misplay, but I guess I would call it unfortunate timing here. Menos barely staying unspotted. If they spotted Menos, saw Shady, he could have gotten A, yes. But they would have killed Menos down here. Probably gotten C. But Synergy here wins the first one on Canal. With pretty good game, I would say. It was very, very good. In terms of the way they played it out. And yeah, move on to game number 2 here. Okay now. So let's see what we can get from it. We're gonna see a tank change here on the side of Synergy. Unless they're gonna bamboozle me and go with a 140 again. Would very well happen. But I just don't see it happening. E5 and Kranwagen here. This time, on the side of Synergy. Shady here with more armor, less mobility, and for certainly less DPM than before. But same opening. But this time Shady going to A fully here with a speed boost. Menos going into B. Oh. Ronin has fired. So he's not gonna be able to put a shot into Menos here. Oh, never mind, he actually does. Good opening. And Nova here, I'm not sure if he has been seen or not. But he should be able to put a great deal of pressure onto Menos here. Is he actually going to? Oh wow, he's just straight up going in. Shady here will put one in, sure, that's gonna be fine. But now Ronin is in cover. From Shady. We also have Nova here with shots onto Menos. And if he can track him again here, that would be crucial. Misses the track shot. Shady coming back to cover up. But they've just lost 2 shots worth of HP here. And Ronin is just going for it. Bounces the shot though. And Nova bounces as well. They need to penetrate here. This is crucial. Menos is probably gonna try to get the 3rd shot in here. Burning now as well. Gonna completely ignore that fact. He has to put the 2 out before he dies. Which is exactly the right choice here. Nova bounces on the butt. Menos staying alive here. 28 HP. Ronin low rolls. Oh, he is really risking it hard. Shady missing the shot on Ronin. Nova, come on. Need to clear him here. Gets the HE clear. Ronin, don't block your teammate. This is not the right time. Nice body block here from Nova. Still gets the shot in though. Shady is in a 2v1 here. Nova, he's just gonna block it. Oh, he bounces. Oh, this was close. I must say, Shady needs to get this kill. He does get it. And Nova, he misses the shot. This is crucial. Nova has lost against GC before in this E5 encounter. He needs to make sure to not mess up. And again, we see the gun blocks here. We see the holes on the barrels. And in the gun mantlets. Nova, you need to start penetrating. But I'm not sure if he really knows where. Nor is he good at gun blocking the shots as well. And Shady here turning this pretty much lost situation around and is gonna win this here. Even AP penning the upper plate of the E5. Nova here now finds a shot, but it's just too late. It is just too little too late. And Shady here turns that 2v1 around and wins it for himself. Good. Comeback here for Shady. And Nova here with Ronin now in a big struggle. A lot of those bounces on the ass of the Kranwagen were very crucial. Ronin low rolling as well. Wasn't great RNG on their side at all. leaving them now on Dynasty's pole, and they need to win both games to go to tiebreaker. And then they need to win the tiebreaker as well. We see mouses. Quad mouse! Hey! This is now who angles best. This is what this matchup is. And that's all it is. It is who knows how to angle better. Or well, aim at weak spots, I guess. So, looking forward to this one. We now have tiebreak or match point here, actually. For Synergy, this might be the last match of the evening. And we'll see if it actually is. Maybe we can see a comeback here for Mir. But just see how it goes. Seems like Ronan is not happy with having another spectator here. I'd like to know what's the issue, actually. Don't you dare try to put something in my chat. Especially not links. Don't do that. Alright, anyway. Let's focus on the game at hand here. It is Shady and Menos versus Ronan and Nova. It's 3-1 in a best of 7. That could be the last game. And we also already see a very interesting choice here that a lot of people are asking about. Shady and Menos here going with extra armor. Also Ronan and Nova going for extra HP. Giving them, at least in terms of APCR, 1 shot extra hit points in total. So let's see if it works out for them. It might not. I'll have to see for that. We have Synergy here going into the middle. Also we have Mir going for C here. And for B. And Ronan is alone. He's out of position entirely. And takes 2 shots already. This is not a good start here. Big shot here from Menos into the track wheel of Ronan. With damage as well. They do get the C cap, but I don't think a mouse on mouse game really needs cap pressure. Whatsoever. It's all about penning your shots at this point, and of course focus fire. And the focus now here is all on Ronan and Shady. But there's already a distinct 2-shot HP advantage. And Ronan here bouncing. Doesn't really help that whatsoever. Nova here trying to bump into Shady from the back. Can't body block for Ronan whatsoever, but he's gonna use Menos as a body block instead. And Nova here really trying his hardest to keep Ronan alive, puts another great shot into Shady, who's gonna face off against Ronan here. Ronan a 1-shot, Shady isn't really. Nice shot here from him. Shady just needs to connect one. Can he find it though? He can! Now it's Nova. This is 2. If he can win this, that would be a really, really great comeback. Needs to get Shady now. He does! But he's half the hit points of Menos. And penning a mouse is not difficult. Especially in 1v1 situations. As you saw there. Nova quick snapping onto the mouse here. Menos though did bounce. Oh, both penetrating here now. The upper plate, the biggest issue of the mouse. Easily pennable with premium rounds of any tier 10 tank. Oh, Nova though. baiting Menos here with the lower plane. And it's working out for him really well here. Angle up, come on, bounce that shot, bounce the shot. Menos here able to penetrate. And is now an AP one shot. He's really baiting this side hard. And it works. Nova might go down here to an AP from Menos. Or an APC, a high roll. And he does. And Team Synergy here is victorious. Winning 4-1 here over Mir. And actually a really good attempt from Nova here. I gotta give him credit for that. Really good attempt of a comeback. So yeah. Pretty good game, I think. Especially Nova here trying his best. Getting kill onto Shady and then making a really good effort on taking down Menos here. Didn't end up happening. Going down 4-1 here. And Synergy moves on to throughout tournament here. And let's just have, I guess, a quick look at the brackets here. Currently look like this. I think we... Where were we following? I actually don't know. I think we watched... What game did we watch? God damn it. I don't know. But yeah, this is how the matchups look like. It's two separate brackets, by the way. This is one half. This is So here's where it basically halves. And we have semifinals here, and then the finals will be whoever wins in that matchup, obviously. So yeah, pretty interesting. 2v2 is always pretty fun to watch, in my opinion. And yeah, if you want, of course, go check out all the other streamers. I'm pretty sure Mighty is not streaming, he said. But Fuja definitely did, and I don't know who else does, so don't ask me. But you know, if you want to see the other matches, you can of course watch those. And with that out of the way, we can pretty much cut it here. Just ask to make sure. Should be the end done. And it definitely is. So yeah. I might stream the next couple of these matches, I don't know yet. I will have to talk with Mighty about that. But other than that, I hope you guys had an enjoyable but yet different tournament stream. Haven't done one of those in a bit. Especially since 2v2 is always different than like a full 7-on-7, where all these small points are way more necessary than in the big games. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed it. Thank you all so much for watching, and see you all again next time. Bye bye.